All right, thank you very much. Britain in Health News today, we are talking about your nutrition needs changing with your age. We're talking about this with UAB nutritionist, Dr. Beth Kitchin. She joins us to explain a little bit. Okay, so we know our bodies change, obviously, when we get older.
That's right.
Talk about some of the ways that we do change as we get older.
Right. Now, there are obviously a lot of changes as we age, but the ones that sort of affect our nutritional needs, we've got things like lower stomach acid. And that stomach acid, there are a couple of nutrients that our stomach acid kind of prepares for absorption. So as stomach acid lowers, certain nutrients may not get absorbed as well. And Mike, we also know that as we age, our muscle mass decreases. Now, some of that is caused by less activity. Some of that might just be the process of aging itself. And when we have less muscle, we burn fewer calories. So you can start to see where our nutritional needs need to be adjusted as we age.
Bone density also drops a little bit?
Yes, yes, and that's somewhat related to that, but it's actually more of a metabolic issue.
All right.
But let's take a look at some of the nutrients.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what we need now as we get older.
The first
I'm getting older.
That's right. So am I.
Last I checked.
So am I. You and me both. So the first one is protein, and this has to do with the lower muscle mass. As we age, muscle mass decreases. Now, one of the things we can do to keep that muscle mass up is exercise, but we can also increase our protein. And so as a lot of people age, they start to eat less protein. So we need to pay more attention to that. I often advise my patients to add in a carton of the high protein Greek yogurt in the morning. Maybe a couple of egg whites. Those are low calorie but super high in protein, and it's a way of keeping those protein levels up. So I really have my patients focus on that.
Is there a certain level to live on there? Because, I mean, doesn't a lot of protein flush out of the system?
Well, people have different protein needs, but generally, you know, most people need anywhere from 60 to 70, maybe up to 90 grams of protein a day.
Good.
And one of the things that we recommend is to spread that protein out throughout the day for older people. There are some studies that show that when you're older, making sure that you're spreading it out throughout the day might help to maintain that muscle.
Quantifying that definitely helps me there.
It does.
Okay, more calcium? Yeah.
More calcium, and that's due not because our bodies need more calcium, we're absorbing less. So you might have to bump the calcium up a couple of hundred milligrams, maybe 200 or 300 extra milligrams a day. You could do that through a supplement. You could do that through a cup of milk, a cup of almond milk, that yogurt that we talked about. You're getting the protein and the calcium, so that might help you out there.
All right, now B12 supplements, we're not getting enough B12?
That's right. Foods? Well, actually, we get enough B12. The problem is as we age, we may not absorb it. We get plenty of B12 from our foods. It's in meats. It's in all kinds of different foods. So it's actually really easy to get, not always so easy to absorb. And it turns out, Mike, that this is one of the nutrients that is actually better absorbed in its synthetic form. So we actually recommend for some of our older patients to either take a B12 supplement or to just get an over 50 multivitamin. If you're doing that, you'll notice it has a lot of extra B12 in it. That's to make up for the less absorption.
Get a little more energy too, probably.
Maybe if you're deficient, yes.
All right, more fluids, obviously.
More fluids. Thirst for older people is not a good indicator of your fluid needs. So people who are older, you know, especially in their 60s and 70s, especially if you're outside, you need to really push those fluids more so than someone who's younger. When we're younger, our thirst tells us
only water?
If we need fluids. No, any fluid will do pretty much, other than alcohol. And then the last one real quickly.
Yeah, watch those calories.
Yeah, because our calorie needs actually go down. Our nutrient needs go up, but our calories go down. So we have to be really, really focused on eating very nutrient-rich foods.
You know, you're kind of fun today, but then not fun because that last part about the fewer calories.
I know, but if you ramp up the exercise, you can get away with that. And I do want to point out that as we get older, we don't want to be as thin. That little extra weight gives us, so I don't like patients cutting calories too much. I just want people not to be obese, essentially.
I understand.
So yeah, I want a little extra weight on my older patients.
Dr. Beth Kitchin, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jay.